I purchased the ATM machine and a vending machine off my first credit card.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it was like one I bought for like $1,800, the other one was like $2,000, and I bought both of them off my credit card. My first example of going through the motions of leveraging debt to try to make me some money and getting an understanding of how to use it was that. It was like, all right, I went in debt $3,000-$4,000 buying these things, and now I'm looking at making, $500 a month, $600 a month, and then paying back all my debt with the money that I'm making off my cash flows.
How many businesses did you start before you finally found something that worked? And how big was business credit?
I went to go learn, got a mentorship in trucking. I got a mentorship in Airbnb. I got mentorship in the car rental space. Oh man, I'm buying all these mentorships and I'm learning word for word, video for video, everything they saying to do. Trucking first. All right, I learned that for like 4 months straight. And you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, I got the money. I got the information now. I'm starting my trucking company. I got 2 semi trucks up and running, 18 wheelers, got that up and running. Probably the worst decisions ever I did for my business. I think I lost like $300,000 in that.
But then it's one thing to build out the community, but then it's another thing to keep them in. So what's some of your strategies of keeping them in the community?
I do what's called Creditpreneur of the Month. So my group and community is called Creditpreneur Group. I host Creditpreneur ceremony type of thing every month, once a month.
Now, another thing I did want to jump into is the marketing side for you, bro. Because I'm not even going to lie, bro. You're really, really like, I told Cody this the other day. I said, yo, he probably the best marketer I've seen entrepreneur-wise. Like, just everything. Like, you go on your page, bro. You got the lifestyle, but then you also got the game as well. So you mixing it together so that people go on your page and they're like, nah, I gotta get with this dude. You know what I mean? So how did you become so good at marketing?
Most people scared to spend the money.
Yeah,
a lot of y'all entrepreneurs are scared to spend the money. A lot of y'all like 90% of people that come to me like, man, I can't grow. And I already know what the first thing I need to tell them, spend more money.
Yeah.
They be so scared, bro, that I'm like, bruh, you're not gonna be able to go as fast as you want to. You're not scared to spend money.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Just a big announcement I wanted to share. We are launching the Motion and Success community, guys. So look, this is where we're gonna be giving out the game on business funding, credit, as well as how to grow online organically. See, a lot of times, a lot of people are the best kept secret. A lot of times, a lot of people don't have access to capital to start their business and fund their dreams. This is the community where we're literally going to be showing you guys how to do that. But this is what we're going to do, right? So for anybody listening to this, I'm going to be dropping my course in there for free. How to grow from 0 to 100K in under a year. Listen, we did it, so why can't you? We're also going to be having Cody drop his course in there, showing you what banks to go to, how to get access to funding. Literally, guys, this is the tools that you need to take yourself to the next level. Cody, break it down for them.
One thing that I realized, everybody and a mother has this one problem. A lot of times they have the problem with the credit, they have the problem with the building the credit, and they also have problems going out and finding the lenders out there. So what I'm gonna be doing inside this free course is literally breaking down all of this information for you guys, so that way you can literally eliminate all those challenges and go out and start having some motion and success for yourself. Not only that, we're gonna be talking about scalability, because a lot of times we done had dozens on top of dozens of 6, 7, and 8-figure earners on our platform. So we're gonna invite them back inside our community so that way you guys can be able to understand and ask more detailed questions and get your questions answered. That way you can start having some motion and success for yourself. So go ahead and comment the word motion down below so that way you could be one of the first 50 people to go ahead and get our free courses inside. All right, y'all, so welcome back to another episode of Motion and Success. Listen, y'all, my name is Cody Brown, and I got my co-host with me today.
Yes, Ayo, and yo, we back with another great episode. Yo, we in the A with it, bro. Yes, sir. Got another high-level entrepreneur killing it in the game. Super excited for this one, man. So today we got Smitty. Bro, you just got to give them a little introduction. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're familiar with you, bro, at this point, you know.
They should.
For sure. But, yeah, for the people who don't, bro, just give them a little backstory and tell them about yourself, bro.
Yeah, so 7-figure entrepreneur, also from Chicago, Illinois. Lately, man, we just been double down, triple down on helping people leverage credit to start businesses and investments, getting deeper and deeper into the business funding side of it and lending side. Even when it comes to like revenue-based lending, any type of lending on it, of course we do business funding, credit cards, and line of credit, but like also helping people who don't have the best credit be able to get revenue-based lending as well. So and then SBA lending, so SBA loans, 7(a) loans, and things like that we've been helping people with to be able to get approvals with as well. So just all lending and in full is what we've been focused on. man, grew my brand pretty big, pretty fast in the last 3-4 years. I've been just super dialed in, focused on branding, personal branding, people to know who I am, people to know what I do and what I can help people with, and just been trying to grow this thing, man, as best as I can.
That's what's up, bro. And definitely like, you know, I've been at conferences in the past, and I literally seen the transformation, bro. I seen the growth, and it's really amazing to watch, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I know you put in the work, like for sure, bro. So definitely, like, you got to break down, bro, like how you, cause you're one of the top dogs I see in this business funding space. You know, like a lot of people, they online, anything business funding related, you definitely one of the people that's coming up. So like, how'd you jump into the space? Give us like a brief backstory, like what got you into the business funding space?
Yeah, so I'll tell y'all the story of how I got into it. That made me really like dial into it. So my friend started it first. So my friend was getting busy in the credit repair, like trying to help himself get his credit together. And my credit was bad at that point. So I'm like, all right, I seen it a little bit, but I was brushing it off. I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about this credit stuff. He got it deep into it. Like, man, you should clean your credit, get an LLC. I'm like, all right, here you go, but like, I don't know nothing about that. So I just kind of brushed it off. So then he started really taking it serious. So he was just like, all right, man, I'm gonna show you. I was like, all right, I kept not listening, to be honest. Then he came back and he was like, all right, I got approved for 2 credit cards of 20,000 in one day. So I was like, wait a minute, I've been trying to save up 30,000-40,000 to start me something. And you know, you just got approved for $40,000 in a day. Now my mind was like, all right, whatever you was talking about, now I'm listening. All right, now you got my attention to what you're talking about, what you're saying you could do. I'm like, all right, what I gotta do? He's like, man, you gotta have good credit first. Looking at my credit report, terrible, 475, 480. I'm like, all right, well then now I gotta learn the credit repair side. So now I'm like, all right, teach me the stuff that you got taught about the credit repair side. My stuff bad. He helped me. So he was like, bro, we're gonna do it together. Like, he was helping me do what I need to do. Luckily, which is not normal, you know, my credit got good fast. So it was like 90-day turnaround to where my stuff got done fast. We was cleaning up negative things. I was building it up. And, you know, so my credit score started going up. And I'm like, well, dang, this is my first time in my life I ever focused on this thing. But my aha moment was when he got approved for 2 credit cards and got $40,000 in one day. And I was trying to save up like 20,000. And over like 2 years, man, I was like so shocked to be like, man, if I would have knew that I could be able to get approved for $40,000 in one day by just getting the credit report together, I'd have been did that versus trying to figure out how to save money and still trying to live life, which was almost never felt like it was never going to happen. I was never going to be able to save up my $40,000 with like just a little money I was about to make. You know what I mean? So my aha moment was that, and then that's how I got like deep into it. Now after that, I'm like, all right, that's just real, you know. And then my credit started transforming into being good. I got my first credit card. That's when I really started believing it. And I'm like, all right, this stuff real. So let me deep dive, triple dive into this thing now. Like, man, let me like see everything that was going on with it. And that's when I started like, so he took the mentorship first. He was in recession proof. It was 500 class. And I didn't get in for a while because he was teaching me everything. So I'm like, I'm just snoop on the side, just learn everything, get busy. I ain't trying to spend that money at first. Cause I ain't know nothing about mentorship and investing in myself and all that stuff. So once he showed me everything in there, I went to my own learning big. So like I did what's called like a 6-month lock-in, bro. It's me, ain't no outside, ain't no party, ain't no girls. It was literally just learning and podcasts and YouTube and the mentorship stuff and courses and buying people's ebooks, and like I just went on a learning binge for 6 months. I didn't literally do nothing else. Up 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning every night, bro, for like 4, 5, 6 months. I didn't do nothing else. It was nothing else being done. Like no conversations was had besides this stuff. Like no of my time getting spent was no nothing else but this stuff for like 6 months straight. And that's where a big transformation in my life happened.
Wow. So what was that first credit card that you applied for? Like
it was Discover.
Discover.
They gave me like 4,000. Yeah, boy, I was so happy for that. I was so happy for that 4,000. I was like, this is unbelievable. They give me $4,000.
Now, fast forward to 2025, you got millions of dollars in funding, I'm sure.
Yeah, I haven't got over $1 million yet. I think I got like 600,000-700,000 that I've been. I haven't even did my big rounds of funding to where I get $1 million, $2 million yet. I am soon, and I'm gonna do a whole like recording of it, a journey of it to show everybody how I got over $1 million of funding. It's gonna be cool.
Wow. So now, What was that first investment that you had made? Was it like, because you said you bought ebooks, courses, things like that. But what actually prompts you to press submit, like put it inside the cart and actually buy that first, whether it was a mentorship program, what was that thing that you bought with the funding that you got?
Yeah, so I bought my first thing I bought, and this is what the internet seen me first do too. I purchased an ATM machine. So I got to just researching all type of stuff. I'm starting to fall in love with all type of businesses and investment strategies that just I could think make money. I was looking at vending machines, ATM machines. I'm looking at wholesale. I'm looking at real estate. I'm just researching every damn thing.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to my mind was the easiest that I feel like I can get started with the quickest was a vending machine and an ATM machine. I literally learned how to do that off of a YouTube video, like a month worth of watching YouTube videos over and over again. I literally went to go do it. So I purchased the ATM machine and a vending machine off my first credit card.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it was like one I bought for like $1,800, the other one was like $2,000, and I bought both of them off my credit card and started my ATM and vending machine business.
Did you make money from them?
Not too much, to be honest. Once I got in it and I understood how you have to scale in order to make a lot of money in it. I can make some money with it, but I wasn't going to be able to make a lot of money in it because you only can make small portions off each machine. I mean, you have to get 10, 15, 20, 30 machines in order to make some actual real money in that business model. And I didn't understand that part yet, and I just thought I was gonna be able to make some good money off one, and that wasn't it.
At least you made the move, though.
Yeah,
that's the most important thing.
That was the most important thing. Just getting an understanding of investing into something, and then now leveraging debt was my first thing. My first example of going through the motions of leveraging debt to try to make me some money and getting an understanding of how to use it was that. It was like, all right, I went in debt $3,000-$4,000 buying these things, and now I'm looking at making $500 a month, $600 a month. And then paying back all my debt with the money that I'm making off my cash flow. So that concept, I was just learning it at a small level, and the number one thing that my mentor told me when I did start getting the game was, if you don't learn how to leverage debt, you'll always work for somebody that do. So then I'm like, all right, I get it. You know what I mean? I really get it. Like, and I had to go do it. He said, you got to go actually get out here and do it if you want to talk about it and be about it. So that's what I did. I leveraged debt for a couple $1,000s and then got the understanding, okay, well, this is how it works. Like, you will go in some debt to be able to create a business or an investment to create some cash flow so that you can pay off the debt and then pocket the rest.
Okay.
Bro, to even like think like that, have you like messed up your credit before? Like to get to that phase of like, I need to be on the other side of using debt the right way. Cause like a lot of times a lot of people, they use their credit, either they get a expensive car or they spend it on clothes and things like that. Did you end up messing your credit like that before you transformed the way you thought, or you always
I'm dropping the bag.
So my credit was bad. I think I had did like one little thing though. It was like one or two little things. I had some student loans on my stuff from my college, the stuff that I went to and dropped out of, and then I had like this one like little jewelry thing. That was it. And a lot of it was student loans and stuff that was on my report, and some little jewelry thing that I messed up. But that was it. But it was messed up from that. Still, it was I just really never looked at it. I never dug into it and nothing like that. Just on there for years, just chilling.
Hey family, just a big announcement I wanted to share with you guys. We just launched the Motion and Success community. So listen, a lot of times, a lot of you guys are struggling online to grow your social media platform. You're considered the best kept secret. Literally, no one knows you. You got a business, but if your business is not online, you're literally a secret. We're going to be showing you guys how to grow from 0 to 100K online organically. If we did it, you guys can definitely do it too. We had influencers like Queen Latifah, Rick Ross, Usain Bolt, and many others liking our content, and this was all done organically. If you want to know those specific strategies on how you can take your brand and your business to the next level and start putting more money in your pocket, getting more leads for your business, getting more clients, and taking yourself to the next level of entrepreneurship, comment the word motion down below and let's start creating you some motion and definitely some success, but more importantly, some leads that convert into dollars.
Nah. All right, so it wasn't even that bad. But how many businesses did you start before you finally found something that worked? And how big was business credit in helping you? Like, because you said, you did an ATM business, and you used business credit for that.
Yeah.
And it probably didn't pan out as you wanted it.
Not really.
So what else did you try?
Yeah, so I tried a lot of businesses. So I tried the ATM and vending machine stuff. Those were the first businesses. And even that it didn't fail, it just wasn't enough. So I quit it. I just knew that I'm trying to make $10,000. My first idea was making $10,000 a month. That wasn't gonna bring my $10,000 a month to my mind at that moment. So I'm like, all right, I gotta transition to something else. But soon as I transitioned to the credit stuff, and I posted my credit score on Facebook. This is what turned me into helping other people. I posted my credit score on Facebook. The people that I was around, the people in my city, and people from high school and stuff like that, they like, yo, how you get this 740 credit score, bro? None of us had this stuff. Like, who taught you that? Like, how you do that, man? And I was just like, dang, this is actually so perfect because none of y'all know this stuff. None of y'all got good credit. None of y'all even know how to build it or clean it. So everybody just kept asking me. I got a lot of engagement on the first time I introduced somebody to understand that I had a 700 credit score. A lot of engagement on Facebook. So they kept asking me like how to do it and can I help them? And at first I was like, yeah, man, I'm just excited. I'm like, shoot, man, I got a 700 credit score. I'm telling everybody I got a 700 credit score, 700 credit score. I can help you. I know what to do. I know what to do. And I started doing people for free. So then I did a couple people for free. Then it got too overwhelming. I'm like, all right, I'm spending too much time helping people for free. This is not making sense. So I was like, all right, everybody needed help with one thing, man, credit repair. So I'm like, all right, let me just turn into me, start charging people a couple $100 to be able to really, turn this into like a small business real quick. And I didn't think it was gonna grow too big. I'm thinking like, all right, 5, 7 people, maybe I can help out. I see that going actually pay me to be able to do it for them. But then it went higher, faster than what I thought. It was like 20, 30 people who needed help and that was willing to pay. And I actually started off right away into business, like for my credit repair business, good. I started doing good. I started doing like 5,000, then like 10,000 a month, and like 20,000 a month. I'm like, oh shoot, this is crazy. This is good right here. I like this. So I was like, all right, I'm full in right now. I'm all in. Credit repair business owner. It's me. You know what I mean? And then so I started credit repair business. It did great. It did amazing. From day one, I did good. And then what I tried to do was I started listening to so much content and mentorships and mentors and just millionaires, and they all kept saying one thing was, gotta have 7 different streams of income to become a millionaire. So I'm like, all right, I gotta do that now. I got one. This is good. Let me go try to set up more. So I started having a crazy credit report now. Now I'm going on the business funding side, getting my access to my first 100,000, 200,000, making $10,000, $20,000 a month. Now I want to go get into. I went to go learn. Got a mentorship in trucking. I got mentorship in Airbnb. I got mentorship. I got mentorship in the car rental space. Oh man, I'm buying all the mentorships and I'm learning word for word, video for video, everything they saying to do of each. It was phases for like 3 to 6 month phases of each one. But so it's trucking first. All right, I learned that for like 4 months straight. And you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, I got the money. I got the information now. I'm starting my trucking company. I got 2 semi trucks up and running, 18 wheelers. Got that up and running. Probably was the worst decisions ever I did for my business. I think I lost like $300,000 in that. That business. Yeah, credit in on my own pockets. But I still was making a little money in credit repair, so it was holding me over even though it was going bad. I still was making a little money. But I learned my lesson. If I shouldn't have did that, I should have just stuck with what was working and double, triple, quadruple down that one thing versus trying to go create these new things that I don't know is gonna work. But so started a trucking company, failed that. At the same time, I tried to build up an Airbnb business. So I got into a dumb, bad deal with Airbnb. So this is when I started growing a little bit now. I had got 18 furnished units in Miami. And so this is where I'm like, all right, I'm about to do 7 streams of income, man. I got to get this stuff no matter what. I had an opportunity from an event, some guy, man, and he probably got down on me, bro. I'm just so anxious. I'm moving too fast. I tried to do my due diligence like I thought in my head I did good enough, but nah, I didn't. So I got into a bad deal. It was like 10 Airbnb units furnished in Miami. I'm like, it's Miami, Airbnb, kind of nice. Everybody's talking about Airbnb at that time, but shit, everybody's talking about Airbnb, get Airbnb, make money, man. Man, that was another bad decision back to back. I got all of them too. I was like, all right, cool. I went partner with somebody. So you manage it, I'm gonna pay for it, type of thing. Bro, the first month I came out of pocket like another 6,000-7,000 negative. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. Next month I came in like 2,000-3,000 negative. I said, all right, it might come good. Next month I broke like even. I'm like, all right, it might go to the green. The other month, negative back another 4,000-5,000. I'm like, oh hell no. I'm steady losing money after I just invested all this money. So that business went all the way down to tanking of a fail. I was supposed to go down there and like refurnish them and make them nicer. And I thought my marketing tactics was gonna be able to fill it up. I'm thinking I'm Smitty the goat already, and thinking I'm gonna be able to market it to be like, I got units in Miami, y'all go fill them up. You know, stay in my stop me. Y'all go to Miami. It didn't happen like that.
Yeah.
So failed in that, tremendously failed. I lost all the units. Luckily, one thing that saved me, I didn't put it in my name. It was like a lease deal and paperwork besides it actually going under my name, my credit and all that stuff. Saved by the bell, but I took the whole L on that whole $100-some thousand. Lost everything I had, all that stuff. I left it in Miami, all the units still, all the stuff was still in there. I told that person, I'm not paying another dollar for none of these rents or none of this stuff. You deal with it. I don't know who named it. I don't care. I quit. I stopped. Because, bro, they was smoking me, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm getting smoked. Every month I'm paying out my pocket after I just invested. That went bad. And then I had put some cars on Toro. I mean, to the car rental stuff. I did a JV deal with some car rental stuff. I'm like, all right. I had like 4 cars, and I had one of the big cars, a Corvette. So Corvette was hot. They had pushed that thing like 120,000. I got that. All right, I was like, man, I'm gonna get a car in my business name. I'm about to go rent it out. The first month go good. I make 8,000 to 10,000. I'm like, all right, bet. Second month crashed it. I'm like, all right. Took 3 months to get it fixed. I'm still paying the car note. Not going good again. As soon as I get it back on the road, crashed it again. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And then I left my other economy cars to my mom in Chicago. Oh, I shouldn't have said it, Mom. Oh, sorry, Mom. That didn't go good out there. Sorry, Mom, but that didn't go good in Chicago. So I left her some economy cars, like some little vans and some like little economy cars. I'm like, yeah, all right, this is something you can do. You can fetch you some money. I'm just gonna buy stuff and just put you out there to have you a little business going. That didn't go good. So I failed in trucking, bro. Failed in Airbnb. Failed in the car rental space. And boy, was I pissed. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to set a different streams of income thing. Why isn't this shit working, bro? I'm trying to do the right stuff. I'm investing my money. I'm learning. I'm investing. I'm starting business. Investment. That's how I'm supposed to go. So the biggest lesson I learned from that, boy, was don't diversify too fast. Don't take your eyes off what's working. Double, triple, quadruple down on what's working. Squeeze the living hell out of what's working before you try to go. Or overflow of what's working before you try to go get into something else. Because you can't put 100% into 4 different things at once.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
But one thing I do learn, that I noticed from your own story is, all these different business ideas, you already had something that was working. You had 1 or 2 options. You could have quit completely, just stop business. You could have just called it a quits. And your second option was to keep going, which is what you did. So what was like the mindset that you had, to reframe yourself to be like, all right, cool. Let me just follow what's working. I lost over $100,000 in these deals.
Yeah.
Like, what was the shift for you personally?
Man, my mindset was so strong at that time frame. I feel like I could do anything, bro. Like, cause I kept learning and starting things and doing stuff that just like out of just my grind and my work and my willingness to do work and learn. So I'm like, all right, I know I can do the things that I can put together. I just need to find the right strategy to have something grow big enough to where it's big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, but a mentor had to tell me like, focus all in on one thing. It was actually like a YouTube video with Alex Mosey. He had created a video. It was a video. It hit me so hard, boy. He had a video with like 4 cups, and he was pouring water in each cup. And he was like, all of these things could blow up and go good to get to $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month for you to become a millionaire. But you're pouring 25% here, 25% here, 25% here, 25% here. One of these things could get upfilled to the top, but one of these things could, but it never will because you're not focusing all on one thing. He said, now, you seen how I just poured 25% in each cup? Where they are at? They only at 25%, you know what I mean? But what if I just fill 1 cup? And I put he poured 25%, and it filled all the way up.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, that shit makes so much sense. If I would have just go all in on one thing and master that one thing and do that one thing and get better at that one thing and fail and then figure out all the lessons within that one thing, it has no choice but to go up. You know what I mean? So let me just tone back in. And he said, just go with what was like working the best for you. And what was the thing that was working best for me? Credit repair.
Yeah.
So let me just double, quadruple 6 times, 10 times work on that and just try to grow it up as best as I can. And as soon as I shifted all that time, all that energy, all that focus on the credit field, it started.
Things started
gradually
changing.
Growing, further and further and further, and through the roof.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's kind of ironic because we actually came out here we're from New York. We came out from New York to Atlanta, came for an event. It's the 100K Accelerator program with Chris.
Yeah.
So it's kind of ironic. You watch the video, but he's showing you do 25% here, focus on one stream. Now, fast forward a few months later, a few years later, you win in the Skool games.
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy. That's definitely crazy. So like, what's some of the strategies that you took to be able to grow a community and be able to win at Skool games, and get that huge, what is it? I don't even know what to call it. A plaque, a trophy?
Yeah, it's the Skool winning trophy.
Yeah.
But I got into coaching people for a while, and the reason why I think mine went so hard was I went so hard on marketing and to getting people to know who I am and getting more eyeballs and leveraging other people's audiences for like a year straight. And that whole time that I was doing that, I only wanted people to get into my $1,500 or $2,500 offer. Mm-hmm. So this is when I got into the coaching and coursing space and mentoring space, and I had it for like a year or two, and then so my first thing was I was trying to get everybody to pay me $1,500 to do $2,500. So everybody that couldn't afford it never could join.
Right.
So they only could just listen to my YouTube videos, my Instagram, my TikTok, and they were just getting that content and learning from there. But they couldn't never get into my offerings or teachings from me if they didn't have $2,500. So as I started getting better in business, I started understanding my clientele, and I started listening to and seeing the data of what the clients were saying or why they couldn't join. And my team told me to focus on that. Like, all right, let's just keep seeing consistently what people are saying of the reason why they don't want to join so we can fix it. Mm-hmm. And it never was that they didn't want to run what I had or they didn't want me to be their coach. It was always that they wanted to learn from me and they loved what I was doing, they seen, but they couldn't afford it. They never could afford it. Yeah. So it's like, all right, I got 100 people coming through, 10 people buying it, 90 people saying, I can't afford it. All right, what is the best strategy to help people that can't afford it? Create something low ticket. You know what I mean? And then I didn't go straight into community. I went to ebooks. So I'm like, all right, I love the ebook model. Let's get into the ebook model. That went good for me. But it was one-off sales. And so then I learned about the community. I wish I could remember what video or what person, what millionaire said they was growing this big old membership community group. Oh, no, I know who it was. It was Ben Kevo, actually. Ben Kevo.
OnlyFans, right?
Yes. Ben Kevo caught this so early. And I give him his props on this. He caught the wave of understanding to be able to get the volume of people at a low ticket to be able to get into a community. He did his own OnlyFans. And for a long time, I kept wondering, why is he doing this? Only $50. Yeah. I'm like, bro, why you sell $2,000? And then I paid for it. I'm like, let me look and see what's going on. Bro, this man had 20,000 people in here paying like $50 a month.
So you're doing it, man.
I'm doing it, man. So it's about to solve problems though for my clientele and me. Now and I'm like, wow, maybe I could do something similar to that. And I didn't know how I was gonna do it, how I was gonna structure it, and nothing. I'm just like, it gotta be something I could do like this, similar. So I started looking it up. I started looking up groups, communities, membership communities group, and I came across Sam Ovens, and I came across Sam Ovens in school and stuff like that. And I'm doing my deep dive learning for like 90 days now. Now I'm learning hell out of it. You know what I mean? I'm learning everything about it in groups. So I started funneling through YouTube videos, mentors, people who teach it, things like that. Came across that when I was in school. Man, the second or third video of me watching on it, I went to go look at the website and to see how it is and see how I liked it. I liked it. It looked user friendly. I love the way that Sam Ovens broke down how it can help and how it helps your clients, things like that. So it was good for me to offer a solution to my clients that couldn't afford to get into my $1,000 and $2,500 program. But the reason why mine went crazy so fast was because I did all the momentum of my marketing for so long. I had built up a big group of audience on my social medias for so long, and all those people for so long that never could join my $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000 program, where now when I started that, had the capability to be able to join something from me finally. So they kind of like they ate it up basically. They like, finally something I can join, Smitty. God, yeah, you've been having it for so long. You know, so I created it off of that.
All right, so let me ask you guys a real quick question before we move forward any further in this episode. So listen, are you guys struggling with bad credit? Are you guys struggling with credit repair? Or are you struggling with getting funding? So now, if you answered yes to any of those questions, me and the Motion and Success team went ahead and created a community where we're showing you in depth and showing you exactly how to go out and repair your credit without having to hire a credit repair company and spending $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 and still have a chance of not getting any results. I'm going to show you how to use AI to repair your credit. Number two, if you're lacking having a strong credit report, I'm going to show you exactly what to do, where to go, and how to build up a strong profile. And number three, if you're looking to go out and get funding to go ahead and buy equipment for your business, expand your business, get working capital, hire employees, I'm going to show you exactly where to go to get the funds to grow and scale your business. So if you want to have some motion and success for your business, motion and success for your family, come ahead and join us home. And I'm going to see you guys inside the community. Go ahead and click the link down below. Now let's get back to the episode.
Now that's dope, bro. That's dope. But then it's one thing to build out the community, but then it's another thing to keep them in. So what's some of your strategies of keeping them in the community?
Yes, I'll give y'all some game on a couple of different levers. The first thing is to keeping them in, you got the gamify part that Sam put in there. A lot of people I see don't use it or they don't know how to use it. It's a strategy within your community that you need to facilitate in there to keep the culture good for you to want to stay. But one of the main leverages that we use is the leaderboard section. So the leaderboard section, I got mine super gamified. So we got 10 levels and 10 programs within my community. In order for you to reach every level, you have to become like points. Like y'all got Skool guys?
Yeah, we
okay, bet.
In the next few days.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
And
I watch this.
I help y'all out too. I help y'all out to give y'all the real strategies of how to grab things. But the leaderboard section and making it gamified has cultivated people to not leave so fast. So I have like different levels on this, like 10 levels. On my 10th level, you get a VIP dinner with me in person. I fly you out in person. Like that right there alone is crazy work for somebody in my community that's paying $50 a month to want to be able to work towards. And if you exit, you never could get to it. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Another thing I do, I give my 9th level, I give them a free vacation. So, but to get to these levels, you have to be interactive. You have to watch all the courses. You have to make good posts. You have to help other people. You have to be green to other people. You have to be interactive. You got to be in here every day. You got to be like, in order for you to level up, you have to be active, watch the courses. You got to do the work. You got to post in your big wins section. You got to do all these things so that now I'm making it gamified at every level to get something. They unlock something else, either another course, another teaching, maybe a gift card, or maybe, like I said, I got a VIP dinner with me, I got a vacation, I got cool things, and like making it gamified has made the group so much better now. Because at first I didn't have that, and I see the big difference of having it. People are looking forward to something in the future. So they're not looking to leave quick because, man, I got to unlock these levels with Smitty, man. I got to get these things. I got to do this, that. So making it gamified and structuring something in there to make the culture, the people want to be able to work towards something. If you don't got them to work towards something, it's like, well, I'm staying there. It's the first thing. Second thing I do what's called Creditpreneur of the Month. So my group and community is called Creditpreneur Group, but I host a Creditpreneur like ceremony type of thing every month, once a month, for the number one person in my group who's earns best. Virtuals. It's not really a virtual in person. It's literally like I give them a big gift, but I make it like a thing in my group. Like, oh shit, y'all's the first of the month. We about to announce the Creditpreneur of the Month, and then I announce who it is, and then I give them a crazy gift, like something like out the box. I'm thinking outside the box. So
New every month.
yeah, every month. So I'm not getting like a gift card or like, oh, you're gonna win something at Best Buy or something or like GameStop. So I give them something cool, like. So I give y'all a few. One of them was like I gave somebody Miami Heat tickets to the NBA basketball game for winning credit for one time. I gave somebody an Apple MacBook computer. Bro, these people in my group is fired up. They like, yo, this dude is giving out crazy stuff just because you was the person who was most active this month. You know what I mean? You only pay $50 a month. So I paid somebody's mortgage 1 month. So it was like one lady who won. I just told her, whatever your mortgage is, I'm paying it this month. And she had like a $1,400 mortgage. I paid it. So these moments in my group is the most engageful. times in my group. Everybody's waiting on the first to see who won and like what did they win and everything. Everybody like saying congratulations or like I'm gonna win next month. Right. But see, I'm already planting the seed for them to even want to stay in here. They ain't trying to live, trying to win a gift. They're trying to be more active in the group to win more gifts. So that's another strategy I see people not using that I use that make my group lit too. And man, and then like think of cool stuff. Like try to think outside the box a little bit, you know. I'll give with NFL game tickets too. I pay somebody car note. It's just like a lot of different little cool things I've been giving away. I think the group love that stuff. Like those type of things people love inside of the group.
Yeah, it makes sense because they working all day for it. They're getting their goal.
Yeah.
They get bonuses on top.
100%. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that is dope. And that's why, like, one time I think I was on your page for your Skool community, and it said very, like, because, you know, it kind of shows you the times it's active.
Yeah.
It's like usually active. I'm like, oh, man, people ain't here getting busy.
No, that thing, I gauge it. It's crazy.
Now, another thing I did want to jump into is the marketing side for you, bro, because I'm not even going to lie, bro. You're really, really, like, I told Cody this the other day. I said, yo, he probably the best marketer I've seen entrepreneur-wise. Like, just everything. Like, you go on your page, bro, you got the lifestyle, but then you also got the game as well. So you mixing it together so that people go on your page and they're like, nah, I gotta get with this dude. You know what I mean? So how did you become so good at marketing? Is it like a natural thing? Is it like, you know, because I know typically, you know, upcoming, especially people that look like us, you know, we be into the dressing nice, looking good. Like, is that part of it? Or how'd you get so good at marketing yourself?
It was it's in school. It was a mixture. It was a mixture of I already had some of the stuff with me already, like the dressing and stuff like that. People kind of tend to had that part already. That was nothing new. But I started really diving in, learning. It was just learning binges, bro. Learning binges. I'm learning from other millionaires. I'm studying what they're doing. So like, also too, when I'm in mentorships and programs and masterminds at a high level, I'm not always just only looking at the material, you know, the information only. Like I'm diving into that. I'm also watching how that person moves, what are they doing, what do I see that they're doing that's working, and then trying to get the understanding of why it's working, and trying to see like what could I formulate to be able to replicate it in some type of way. Not take the exact same thing they're doing, just do the same thing, but how could I formulate something to replicate in some type of way to where it makes sense to my branding and my cultural style, what I do, and then try to like mix that into my thing. But I was taking a lot of classes, courses, YouTube's, podcasts again on this topic now. If it's marketing, social media, how do you get this thing up? The people at a high level, what are they doing in marketing to make them good? And I started just looking at everything from a different lens now. Like one of the cool concepts was like, why does McDonald's take your email, you know, when you walk into McDonald's for free? You know, I just start thinking about different things in different light. And I'm like, all right, how could I bring the things that the big companies doing, you know, entrepreneurs are doing, and just trying to figure out a good strategy for me. And man, I just started trying to be creative, trying to think outside the box. One of the main things with my marketing has been consistency. I seen that consistency can outbeat a lot of this that I'm saying that with consistency, I passed up a lot of people with that part alone. You know, getting creative a little bit, started just peeking it too. But man, consistency. I was like, well, shoot, if this person making $5 million and he posting 3 times a day, well, shit, I need to post 4 or 5 because I ain't even at that part yet. That was my mentality. If he doing it like that, it's working, or he wouldn't be doing it. He posting 3 times a day, I need to post 5. If he's posting 5 times a day, I need to post 10. If he's posting 10 times a day, well, I didn't post 20. Well, yeah, at this point, I need to do something double, because if he's a millionaire, he's doing it at that space. I'm, you know, making probably 6 figures at this point, not 7 figures yet. I should be doing double what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't think most people think like that. They like, y'all be doing at a lower level, y'all be doing less than the people that's at a higher level, and you trying to get to the higher level. You should be doing more than them if you're trying to get to that level, at least minimum. But a lot of it's been just, it's been a lot of seeing other people's strategies and being able to get eye on what they're doing and mixing a lot of different good strategies from different people. And then throwing my own creative little touch on it, and seeing what's working on social media and in the industry, seeing what's not, and then taking risks too. So my marketing has been a lot of taking risks on investing to money with it. I see a lot of people not investing the money into marketing too. So like some of these things has been me spending the money to get in front of the right crowd in order for my stuff to blow up. And so you time to think like that. And one important thing I've been doing too that's been helpful, I replicate a lot of shit that's going viral. That's been one of my strategies too. If you see something did 8 million views, go study it. You know, like, go study the hell. Why did the hell did this video do 8 million views? And go study it. I will study a video that was 30 seconds for like 4 days.
Damn.
And just try to I was like trying to figure out why, how did this do? How? What did they do to make everybody want to share and comment on this one? Yeah. What did they do? And I just need to, from the beginning to the end, I need to rewind it a couple of times too. I need to see what they said, what's going on in the video, this caption. I need to study this because it's like these strategies is working for whatever reason. If I can pick up some pointers from that, I'm gonna be able to replicate them into mine. You know what I mean? So just seeing what was working and analyzing it to see. And one of the best books that I to this day still had that changed my life forever on the marketing side was 7 Steps to Growing Your Instagram to a Money Making Machine. Read that yet?
Nah, I'm definitely I'm in there.
Save it out there. Who's on this?
That was Neo book.
Oh, okay.
Neo had an ebook in a cut. Well, it wasn't in the cut. He was selling.
Oh, Neo made that.
Yeah, Neo. Yeah, Neo made that. And he just had it in his bio one day. I'm like, man, my Instagram low. I started off with like 3,000 followers, 4,000 followers. I'm like, all right, well, if I got my offers now, I need to get this social media and this marketing stuff up. I'm like, okay, who on the internet that I see got the biggest following? That's what I went for. I'm like, all right, who got the biggest following on here? I start searching up all the entrepreneurs. I'm like, all right, yeah, they had 100,000, they had 200,000, 300,000. I think Neil was like 400,000 or 500,000 already. Everybody else was like not as high or higher than him. So that was the first one I seen that had the highest. So I'm like, well, he got some strategies. If he can get his 100,000, whatever he's doing, he can learn. So I sleeping through his stuff. And then I caught that book. And it was 7 Steps to Grow Your Instagram into a Money-Making Machine. I'm like, shit, I want to grow my business. Bruh, he gave out all the software in that joint. I don't know what made him make that ebook for that low, but I read everything in that thing.
What was in it? Like,
So he gave us like 8 steps to grow. So like, it was everything, bro. It was like how to structure your page the right way. First is like when people come on your page, how to have a call to action on here. That was the first thing. Like how to structure your bio the right way. And this was like 4 or 5 years ago. So we learned a lot since then, but all these strategies still work too. But we learned a lot more since then that we use now, but only combined with that. But back then, this shit was like golden. He said, leverage other people's audiences. I didn't know what that was. I'm like, what do you mean? Go to people who already got 1 million followers, 1 million subscribers on YouTube, 1 million subscribers on TikTok, and just collab with them to be able to get in front of their audience and then have them all come to your page. And I'm like, okay, I get that. And he's just like, all right, how to go find these people or these pages or these platforms. He showed us the strategy how to go find them. And he said, pay for it. Don't be scared to pay for it. He's like, the less you pay, the less traction you're gonna get by trying to leverage these strategies when you go pay for it. So I'm like, all right. I started learning all the concepts. I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna be scared. I'm gonna fix my Instagram page up. He said post 3 times a day. At first I was like 2 times a week. So I'm like, all right, now I gotta post 3 times a day. I get it. All right, I'm gonna be more consistent. I start seeing the growth right away. That one little move right there, right away, I'm seeing double the engagement. I'm seeing double the people tapping into what I'm talking about. I'm like, wow, this is working. Then he told me to spend money on promo. So now it's leveraging people that got the millions and millions and millions of followers to pay for promo to be able to get in front of their audiences or collab.
Yeah.
I did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, what's the biggest type? Bro, that's why I said I would risk it a little bit. I wouldn't recommend everybody to go do what I do, but in a way you should. But I paid the biggest platform that I seen. It was Shade Room. Shade Room. Shade Room had 27 million people. I'm like, nobody else has this many people as them. So, well, how could I get in front of this? We did a collaboration with Shade Room. And he told me too, he said, create a meme of like a storyline from where you came from and something about your industry. So I created it. I'm like, all right, young entrepreneur from Chicago, learned about credit. And then the first thing I put up on there was a meme about me starting my ATM and vending machine business. So I was like, a young black entrepreneur uses his credit to get a vending machine, ATM machine business. I paid Shade Room $7,000 to do a collaboration for one post of 24 hours. Everybody was scared. Like everybody was scared. Everybody else was scared. They like, he said to do it, but man, that's too much. I'm scared. I don't want to do that, man. I'm not doing that. That's too high. And then I'm like, man, he got 500,000 people. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I paid it. I paid it with my credit card. I'm like, if this go bad, I don't know what's gonna happen, but if it go good, I'm about to be lit. So, but I just did the math. I'm like, there's no way that this can go too bad. They got 27 million people that they've been at least push me into a percentage of it. You know what I mean? And a small percentage of them, they people is 3-4 million. That's my mindset. I'm like, at least a couple million people gonna be able to see me. It did great, bro. It did like 100,000 likes. It did like 8,000 comments. And then I had grew like 12,000 followers in like 2 days.
Whoa.
So I went from 4,000 followers to like 17,000 followers in about a 3-day span. And then right there, I knew what I was about to do over the next 2 years to be able to grow this thing to be able to get it up to where I am now.
You went back and paid another $7.
No. 7,000. I just went to different ones now.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm going to YouTubers. Now I'm going to Instagram people. Now I'm going to podcasts. Now I'm going to anywhere where somebody has a big audience that I can get in front of them and tell them who I am and what I do. That's all I want to do from now on. For the rest of my life, this is what I want to do. This is what I've been doing to grow the way I go. I just did it in different fashions. If you got 1 million subscribers, I got 0. If I come in front of your 1 million subscribers, I'm going to gain some subscribers. If they just like who I am, what I say, what I got to offer, if you meet up with it, you're going to tap in with me. And I just did that over and over and over and over and over again until I got all the people I got now.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But it makes a lot of sense because I'm like, I was telling Corey, I'm like, yo, Smitty's really good at marketing. But now it seems like you kind of studied the science to it. Like,
Yeah.
That's
get deep into it, yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. But before we do wrap up, I did want to jump into 2 things. First thing is definitely some sauce on the business credit side. I hear you talk heavy on 0% interest credit cards and business credit cards and things like that. So what are some like strategies for people who are looking to start businesses to get, approved for some of those credit cards?
Yeah, so our strategy is business credit card stacking method, meaning we leverage our personal credit and an LLC to go get multiple credit cards and stack them up. Some game I can give them is, the main thing is, which is more industry starting to know, is the banking rep stuff. Like most people go online to be able to get approvals, like the masses. You don't get as good approvals as you could if you have relationships with people inside the bank. Which some of the positions are called banking relationship managers. Some of them are called private clients, as an RM, and things like that. They got different positions inside banks that you need to build relationships with if you're looking to get a higher limit for what you're trying to do. And we don't apply online like the masses. We get DocuSign applications for our clients, and we be able to request our limits. We don't get approved for limits. So it's a big difference when you start having those relationships and starting to be able to knowing how to build those relationships or getting the resources of the people who have those relationships, so that you can get approved for way higher limits than what the norm do. And just being able to know how to find different small banks off to the side that a lot of people don't know about, that you can be able to exploit or try to, get capital from. So, some of the websites we use is ibanknet.com, bankbranchlocator.com, and then you can be able to go directly to your state and see which banks looks best lendable for you to be able to get some capital for your business. And then just being able to leverage other people's money has been one of the best strategies I ever learned, because now the opportunity and exposure that you can be able to do, the amount of money you can spend on marketing, the amount of money you can spend in investments, the amount of money you can do to be able to start a business, which a lot of people don't have the access. So they are limited to what they can do. And, once they master this game, it's like, it's a whole nother level out. It's a whole big dog after that.
Definitely, bro. I could tell you was really fearless, especially when it comes to investing in yourself, bro. Because I'm hearing this, I'm like, yo, he really did that? Like, damn. Like, I swear, like, I don't know. I don't see myself like going from, losing 300,000, jumping right back into. I'm like, nah, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
I've been like that since the beginning when I started this stuff. Since the day when I was willing to do it without any amount of work. I was willing to do any amount of learning. I was willing to spend any amount of money since the beginning of it. And it has failed me in some sense. It worked, but I succeeded past the failure so much more. I was willing to put in the work though. I was willing to spend the money, and I was willing to learn. And at no point in time was I not willing to do those things for any situation. Some people be situational with it. Oh, I'm willing to spend it for this, but I'm not willing to spend it for that. I'm willing to learn this, I'm not willing to learn that. I'm willing to lock in for them. I was willing to lock in on anything I needed to lock in on, willing to spend any amount of money that I had to spend, and willing to learn whatever I had to learn for however long it took. It didn't matter. I wasn't worried about how long it was going to take. I mean, it was going to cost. I was just worried about me getting exposed to how and what to do so I could put the work in to do it. And taking that mentality throughout this whole ride has really fast-tracked my process, bro.
That's crazy.
Most people scared to spend the money.
Yeah,
a lot of y'all entrepreneurs are scared you spend the money. A lot of y'all, like, 90% of people that come to me like, man, I can't grow. And I already know what the first thing I need to tell them. Spend more money.
Yeah.
They be so scared, bro, that I'm like, bro, you're not going to be able to grow as fast as you want to. You're not scared to spend money.
Yeah, but with that mindset you got, like, it's like, how can you lose? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to keep going, regardless of the L's, you can't really lose like that.
That fact.
Second thing I did want to jump before we close is, I see you, like, one of the things that I seen big on social media a while back was that you had ran a challenge. We actually interviewed all three of y'all. It was you, Ramel, and Boom.
Okay.
Yeah, now we got the third one. And I just gotta say, like, that challenge, y'all marketing behind that was crazy. Cause anytime I open my Instagram feed, y'all was on it. Whether it was Hollywood Unlocked, Shade Room, I'm like, damn. Word. And then, you know, being that, you know, after we interviewed, like, you know, all three of y'all wired differently. Like, y'all definitely are three smart guys, and like, I feel like it came together like in the right way.
Yes, I did.
How big was that? And like, I definitely heard the numbers on that was crazy.
Yeah.
The returns on that was crazy, bro.
That was a Hall of Fame run. Just it did mesh good. It was a Hall of Fame run because of the work ethic that we all had. Like you said, we all had to have that work ethic. The willingness to spend the money that we need to spend. We all were willing to do it. It wasn't one person like, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like, this is the number. We all was like, all right, bet. This is the amount of work we got to put in. All right, bet. This is the what we got to put together. This is the time we got to sacrifice. This is what we got to do. All right, bet. Everything was, all right, yes, I'm with it. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put the money. I'm willing to put the work in. And it was perfect. And then the teachings of what people had to bring to the table was perfect. Mogul brought a different atmosphere to a business model that I was even learning from while working with him, that his team and himself could build. Boom was bringing his, you know, angle of the real estate that he brought and his own strategies, the thing he wanted to do. That I brought my own strategies, the thing I had strong points in. So his strong point, and my strong point, we combined them together. And man, we went on a Hall of Fame fun. And then and the reason why it felt like we was everywhere and you could not open up your phone without seeing us, the number one thing of that was spending the money and being consistent, bro. Spending the money and being consistent. We told ourselves before y'all synced that whole run that we wanted to be seen by everybody, each and every way, each and every angle. And we laid out, how do we do this? Where do we place ourselves in order for us to position ourselves for everybody to know who we is and see what we doing and see what we got going on for this campaign? And we were like, all right, it's going to cost a lot of money. This ain't going to be cheap, you know what I mean? But we were all willing to spend the money. We like, all right, how much? All right, how much my portion I got to put up? Bam, done. Send a wire. Poop. No thought. Even if it was 6 figures at one time. Poop. Here it go. Like this, because we look at the bigger picture. We like, all right, we be seeing it in the right places. We run this campaign the right way, we know that what the outcome will be. So we gotta go all in, and we was all in on it. And we got on one accord. Man, we went toward the whole state, or every state. You know what I mean? We was every platform that we could think about. Like if he thought it was on a platform that we can get on, let's get it, pay for it, or you know, do the collaboration, do what we gotta do. Some of our influence we didn't have to pay, but like, man, that was a hell of a run. And then you gotta think about it. Mogul had his audience already. Boom had his audience already. I had my group of audience already. Then combining 3 different audiences to do a big collaboration. And then willing to spend more money to get exposure to all of our audiences at once. It was a combination of 3 leverages of audiences plus going in front of other millions of people's audiences all at once, hitting, you know, on one accord. And then now it looked like, oh, shoot, these folks everywhere.
That's crazy.
But that was marketing, bro. It was marketing. Willingness to spend the money was a big thing of Fund Your Freedom.
That was probably one of the best collabs I've seen. Hey, like this, how everything just worked out together. Like each one of y'all, like although y'all were different, y'all was kind of doing different things. They kind of fitted together, like 3 young guys, and then all 3 of y'all are really good at marketing. So that's another thing too. So it was just amazing to see. Are we gonna get a part 2?
Yeah, I think so. We in the talks. We trying to see what's the best angle to do something bigger than what we did last time. If we're gonna do it, how big can we go this time? And I don't know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be something. And that might be one of them, you know. But something even bigger than that, like. And if we can think about it and put it together, we do it. But yeah, we probably would do something. But it also is just an example of what other people should do.
Yeah.
That works, bro. If you can get the right people, gotta be the right people, though. You know. But if you could collab, bro, if you could get the right 2 pieces with you, even just one, like collabing, you can go further faster. And that was a prime example of that. We were all doing good on our own. We wasn't going to fast track our growth to our brands as fast as we did together on our own. It'll took us longer, way longer. But being as though we did it together, the collaboration, and went way faster, and it blew up everything for all of us. So that's a lesson within itself that people should take home. It was like they should collab.
Nah, that's amazing to see. That's amazing to see. But yeah, we definitely about to wrap this up because I know Smitty got to run.
Yeah, man.
But yo, this was a really good one, bro.
Yeah. Definitely. I was gonna ask you if you got any final thoughts that you want to share. If not, we could definitely wrap. I know you got a flight to catch, bro.
Just believe in yourself, man. From day one, I had the hustle in me already. I had the desires, I had the wants. I just didn't have the right frameworks and teachings. I never got taught the things that, you know, that I know now that I wish I would have. But like, be willing to go get exposed to things, get taught things, be willing to invest to yourself, invest to your brand, but not just like a little bit here and there, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, be ready to go all in on your, whether if it's with the work ethic, whether it's with the money, whether if it's with the, whatever it is, like, be willing to go all in because it's possible, bro. Like, I knew nothing of what I'm talking about 3-4 years ago. That's so crazy to me that I knew none of this that I sit here and talk about. And multi-million-dollar later, $100,000 in a day, $500,000 in a day, over $300,000 a month right now, every single month for the last 8 months in my business that I've been able to grow in 4 years, bro, of not knowing none of this stuff 4 years ago. So for somebody watching this, like, you got to think about this, like, how is this not possible for you? You know what I mean? How it's like, it's definitely possible for you if you're willing to put the work in, you're willing to learn, you're willing to, you know, invest to yourself or your brand or your business. Like, it's possible if I put the work in, you can be able to do it for real.
I agree, man. Definitely. Great way to end the show off, bro. I'm glad we was able to get connected and show up on the podcast. So lastly, how can the people find you, bro?
Smitty The Goat, man. Smitty The Goat on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I always give value on there. I'm always giving information. I'm always teaching something. So every time y'all come on my social media, y'all gonna learn something. I do some other little funny stuff too. Y'all gonna be see some cool things on my pages.
All right, y'all.
This was definitely good. Appreciate you for even stopping by, bro. And we definitely building our community. So you gave us a lot of game.
Yeah, y'all gotta come see me. I got some stuff, man.
Yeah, bro.
I got some stuff. Yeah, get that dream.
Definitely got to. Right, definitely got to. But y'all definitely need to tap into Smitty, learn more from him, and definitely tap in what he got going on.
Yeah, 100%, man.
But definitely see you on the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is another good one on Motion and Success. And we see you on the next one.
Peace.